we're going to jump right into the next one because this is the guy telling us
Let's take
about
a
it
look at Titan.
himself. And I just want you to see how crazy.
So we're coming into the sub. This is the only toilet available on a deep diving submersible. Best seat in the house. You can look out the viewport. We put a privacy screen in, turn up the music, and it's very popular. We
Very
have our
popular.
control screen here, our sonar screen here, and we can put any image we want in the back.
What did he say?
You knew what he said. He said, put any image in the back. My problem is the fact that this nigga had the audacity to say, oh, this is the best seat in the house, like he didn't turn around and be in the rest of the goddamn Twinkie.
Oh, he said they got a privacy screen. I mean,
Girl,
it's gonna cover the smells of your farts while you
it ain't gonna.
shit.
Oh, you know that's pissing me off thinking about that.
Best seat in the house. You can look out the viewport. We put a privacy screen in.
So where
Best
they
seat in the house. You can.
So where they look out the viewport is the bathroom.
I told you that earlier. Yeah, they gotta
I'm
sit
slow
on the
sometimes.
toilet to look out the window.
That's why I got to do this with y'all, because I be slow sometimes. That's fucking crazy.
So all them niggas was huddled up in the toilet.
I'm done.
Diving submersible. Best seat in the house. The only toilet available.
I'm done.
So we're coming into the sub. This is the only toilet available on a deep diving submersible. Best seat.
They said one of the men lost gave a tour. No, that's the fucking designer and captain. That's not one of the men lost. That's the man responsible.
Yes,
Honey.
it is.
We're not going to play that game, the media covering up. One of the men lost gave a tour. Do you see that shit? Let me see if I can go back to it.
How a random nigga gonna give a tour?
Let's take a look at Titan.
Look at that pool.
One of the men lost on a trip to the Titanic previously gave this tour. Ain't that the president, Mr. What's his name?
The one that was sitting up there with the straight back.
With the Hey Arnold shoes on.
Look at the pool noodle. That pool noodle.
Let's call him who he is. That's a murderer.
That's a Dollar Tree pool noodle too. I know what they look like.
You see that pool noodle?
It's sending me.
I'm done.
It ain't even one of the good kind. It's the good kind is thicker and bigger. That's one of the Dollar Tree kind.
It ain't no way they saw that thing with precision with this window. That's the window.
I told you.
Mr. Window.
Why ain't he been? Yeah. Why in the fuck are they covering up for him? One of the men lost on a trip to the Titanic previously gave this tour. No, nigga, he murdered those people. It's his responsibility. This is the man. Herein lies the man who's responsible for this. That was his contract, y'all. And Jaguar, she's honored to be part of the chat tonight. I'm sure she's looking for some shine.
So we're coming into the sub.
Ooh,
this
right
is
in
the
the
only
front
toilet,
is the toilet
available
right in the front.
on a deep diving submersible. Best seat in the house. You can look out the viewport. We put a privacy screen in, turn up the music.
And look, you turn around, you right in the rest of the damn Twinkie. That nigga gonna act like it was an actual space. That ain't no space. When they close the door, you're right there in the fucking Twinkie. The toilet is in the Twinkie. There is no space.
Not the Twinkie.
It is.
Every time you say the Twinkie, I giggle and I feel a little guilty. Look, and he said we put a privacy screen up
Ain't
for
no
you.
privacy screen in that shit.
Why didn't he?
Control screen here, our sonar screen here, and we can put any image we want.
Wait, what is on that screen?
Oh
here.
What is on that screen?
Condolences do go out to the wives that told them motherfuckers not to go on that stupid shit.
And no,
I know
the condolences go to the boy. That's the only person.
And definitely to the boy.
Yeah,
no, I definitely do, and no, because
the boy.
Both, because I know what it feels like.
Yeah, because women didn't make that decision. Yeah, I'm sure they did tell their husbands not to go.
You crazy? I'd have told my billionaire dumbass husband, go ahead.
They tell us as wives, they say, when your husband say he gonna do something stupid, don't say nothing. Just be like, okay, baby, because if you tell him don't do it, then he's more liable to do it. That's what they tell us.
No, not if they smart. If they smart and they're gonna say something to you, so you say, no, that sounds dumb as hell.
Did you read this?
Like, nigga, you know every number says you die, right? This number right here say if you die, I can't do nothing. And that number right here say if you die on the way to the motherfucker, I can't do nothing.
Now to that wife whose husband treated her like shit, shout out to you.
Look, the one who it was probably a wife that was like, "Oh, baby, this sounds really nice. You need to go."
Oh, stop! I'm trying to pour some tea in my glass bottle. You making me giggle. I'm
like,
fucking
when
it
is the
up.
next Tuesday? I'll pack for you. She probably sitting. Look,
especially if he went upside your head.
She's sitting on a propeller plane. Hopefully, something happened to him on the way. Shit. Make it quick. Does that look like shipwreckage on that screen?
It looks like it. Girl, I ain't got my glasses on. I've been straining this whole time. And you know what it looked like? It looked like a little midget man. Yeah, it looked like a little midget man.
Look like what?
Walking across the bottom. It do. It look like a little.
It's like, is that Peter Pan? It looked like Tinkerbell.
I don't know what y'all see.
It looked like a little midget man. That's what or like one of Santa's helpers.
It looked like an anchor.
It looked like Tinkerbell.
I can't tell.
I see a person.
She's looking to the left. I don't see her.
Taking a completely new approach.
I don't know what we're looking at anymore.
It's all run with this game controller.
I know that dinky, rinky shit.
It's the fact that he admitted it.
So if you want to go forward, you press forward. If you want to go back, you go back. Turn left, turn right, down, go up. And it's Bluetooth, so I can hand it to anybody. And it's meant for a 16-year-old to throw it around, and super durable. We keep a couple of spares on board just in case.
This nigga, but are they all connected though?
Why would you need a couple spares on board?
Where the fuck do they keep them? Rewind it. There's nowhere to put it. They act like they had space.
Yeah, right. Right.
There's nowhere. Where the fuck did he put it? Where did he put it?
He said they're super durable. We keep a couple spares on board just in case. That doesn't make sense to me, sir.
Girl, this whole thing. Look at the little, and that right there. I don't even look.
Why
where
they got
would he
them
put
chairs
it?
on? Where is the equipment cabinet?
Where would he eat? Exactly. There's nowhere to put it.
Cause that's a screen right behind him.
And two screens on the side of him.
That's the toilet right here. The toilet is right here. You said
what? Put it together. I want to know who put it together.
That nigga right
there.
He
did. This motherfucker right here in his garage.
No, now, did he do it or did he hire somebody to do it?
I'd like to remind you that this man is tanned. He lives in Washington State. What that means is he goes somewhere and is somewhere often enough in the sun to get a tan, which means he spends a lot of time leisurely. He's using a lot of people's money. Look how tan he is.
And this
That's
nigga
a natural
sitting there,
tan.
crisscross applesauce, trying to convince us that he's going to do that whole knitted metal Twinkie with that motherfucking remote.
Wait, look at the fabrication right here. Look at that craftsmanship. That's a piece of shit. It's not seamless.
To go to the bottom of the fucking ocean.
You see how it happened.
Where is the rest of the remote?
And his
Where's the rest
said,
of the remote?
Hey Bob. Hey Derek. That
sounds
like a great idea.
Don't they need to be charging?
Where's the other 2 or 3 remotes?
But
where are they?
Don't they need to be charging if they're Bluetooth?
I think I see something back here that opens, possibly. No, that's
the screen.
How did he get the okay from the state?
That's why
he did. They got letters. They wrote him letters urging him not to. But nobody showed up on any of those platforms and stopped him.
You don't have to. Don't you have to have an inspection?
You got to have a warrant to sell lemonade.
Girl.
I mean, a permit.
A permit.
You understand what I'm saying? You have to have a business license. Remember, his business is registered in where? The Bahamas. He just we'll get to why he got away with everything.
Turn
we'll
left,
get to
turn
that.
right, go down, go up. And it's
that
$2,000
machine
to for a 16-year-old to throw it around.
They had to have a permit, right?
Say what?
Machine that cost $2,000 to drink that
Which
damn
one?
coffee that they own. They had to have license and permits and
They
doohies
spending
and
money on
schmobs.
good shit. They making rinky-dink shit to get money from people and spending that money on good quality shit. Because I guarantee you, this man drives a luxury vehicle.
Didn't a documentary on this shit just come out?
Probably drives a vehicle that drives itself.
Look at his face. That's a natural tan. He spends time in the sun. That man lives in Washington State.
Yeah, he should be pale as a polar bear.
He
He's
lives on
risking people's
vacation.
lives
He
to go to the
lives on
bottom of the
fucking
ocean.
vacation. They didn't leave from a sunny place. They left from Canada. That man lives on fucking vacation and he's spending people. Well, not no more.
And super durable. We keep a couple of spares on board just in case. This is the second year we've been out to the
Should go to
Look at that little ass
we
window.
went out in
Yeah.
8
Look
days.
at them little ass propellers.
We did about 10 dives.
Girl.
And we did an extra dive on an undiscovered reef.
He's risking
How does
people's
it
He
lives.
said an extra dive on an undiscovered reef. That's how white people get to talking.
What the fuck?
Did you see them
That
little
reef
ass
knew it was
propellers?
there. Girl, they look like little toys.
They didn't
Why
spend
don't he
$1
play-
million on no gas. I promise you they
Why don't
didn't.
he? If he's bored, why don't he play golf like the rest of his?
CEO of OceanGate.
Or go get a bed.
That offers
Go get some
dives to the
pussy.
Titanic in a one-of-a-kind carbon fiber
Nah,
submersible.
you
Why
want to
that
be a
nigga-
scientist.
Is that your
Science.
mouse or is that joint got a beam on it?
It looked like one of them bullets.
Approved or certified by any regulatory
Excuse
body
me.
and could result in physical injury, disability, emotional trauma, or death. Where do I sign?
The sub has about as
Boy.
much room as a minivan.
These
So
are
this-
fucking shenanigans.
They shenanigan again and again and again, girl.
Yep. Steady
They're
shenanigans.
habitual shenanigans.
Look at.
Improvised.
We can use these off-the-shelf components. I got these from
Wait a minute. I want to know
We
what was
run
on
the
that
whole
fucking
thing.
How
screen.
many pieces of this sub?
Hey, look
The
at that.
Titanic.
The fuck is that?
Camera of the inside, the back. These are cameras around the. So that's what they probably did. They probably told people they got cameras around the submarine, and then put that stock footage up on the screen. They might have done that. But I
Hey,
want to see
Sony.
something.
I got these from Camper World. We run the whole thing.
Camera work.
You see how you
Hey,
just said that?
Stoner.
How it just
You
rolled
said
off
what?
his tongue?
Slow down, he's just in
Wait.
front of us. Slow down, he's just in.
Controller. We
And you
run the
see
whole
him
thing
laughing?
with this game controller.
Come on!
Slow down, he's just in front of us.
He sounds
Just we are in
stupid.
front of the anchor.
Oh my gosh. Here's the
These niggas need to do something, don't they? Now ask him to go build a house for a homeless person.
Right.
But this is what they saw. I need to
Gotta
see
get
something.
permits.
You guys see it?
Look at that.
Do you
though.
see
It just kind of emerges out.
Watching the
They
movie is
see
just
the
too
same
much.
thing we thought they
Other
saw.
side of the world.
I need this also.
Was.
That's the same
Sub has
footage.
7 different return
It's the
to
same footage we see at the beginning of the movie.
sandbags that drop off, lead pipes that drop off, the legs can drop off. There's an air balloon. There's thrust.
Now I want you to listen to what this reporter says. I need y'all to wake up for me one moment because I know we've been in here for a minute. 3 hours and 46 minutes. Shout outs to everybody here and thank you for the likes and the dislikes, for the shares and everything. But it's very, very, very important that we listen to what this reporter is about to say on why this man was deemed to be trustworthy. This is where the rubber meets the road.
And one of them works even if everybody on board is unconscious. So one of them is a timed release thing that sends the sub to the surface after X amount of hours. So maybe they're out there bobbing away, but remember they're bolted in from the outside. So they have no way to get out or get
Bolted
more air.
in.
This is not a thrill ride for tourists. It's much more. It is an 8-day, one-of-a-kind experience. You will be trained as a mission specialist and record valuable
Now
findings.
that's video
Commander
from
Paul-Henri
OceanGate's website.
Nargeolet, leader of 30 dives to the Titanic wreck site. He
30
and
dives.
other experts will be on all our missions to give you an unrivaled.
He and other world-class experts will be on all our missions. How
But
many
didn't they just
world-class
say that
experts were on
nigga-
this mission?
Hold on. Didn't they just say that nigga was on the main boat and you was learning stuff from them, but you were also paying for their work?
Funding everything.
Yeah. So they don't go down with you. They literally just sit in the boat and tell you what you
They're
need
on
to
the
do.
vessel. Remember, he said they got stuck somewhere for 2 days.
Yeah,
So
that.
Jean-Claude Van Damme is on a vessel somewhere chilling.
Child.
But they had no communication between this submarine this time, and Jean-Claude didn't get out and deep dive into the ocean
No,
to
but
find them.
they didn't. They lost communications that time too.
Exactly. What's the use of this person even being there? They don't have a way of communicating. If they need him, he wasn't on this vessel, this most recent one. And what world class expert was on this submarine?
Not in there. But look,
dolphins can talk to people. Or haven't you seen Free Willy?
Oh my gosh! But hold on, peep this though.
Here she goes.
Remember when they was texting and
maybe
that nigga
Hallie
was
is
like,
down there,
and they was texting back and forth, and that nigga was like, "How you figure I know where I'm at? If you don't know where I'm at, I don't know where I'm at." So let me tell you this much: if they were texting, they weren't that deep. You can't text once you get a certain depth.
That's
well,
true.
iPhones are supposed to be the new iPhone is supposed to be waterproof. Maybe they got the new one because they billionaires.
Shut up,
you know.
Saint Hudson.
She's so crazy. No, the signal's not gonna go down there. You're not gonna get service.
She know what you're saying.
Yeah, so I really believe
Maybe
that they were lying and saying that
maybe
they
gave
deeper
them a
than they
life
really
vest.
Maybe
they gave them a life vest at least.
I'm so crazy.
This shit is a scam.
And they lying to us. They lying to us. They lying to us.
Now I
it was
got
an
it.
orchestrated hit. It was a hit.
This video came from OceanGate's YouTube channel. They have a YouTube channel. Now, here's what OceanGate did. OceanGate made their YouTube channel for kids. So you can't comment on the videos. I can't put them in our breakdown playlist. I can't do anything with them because they're made for kids. They protected themselves that way. This company knew it wasn't shit from the jump.
Look, I said that they know. Look, they protected themselves. That's what I'm saying. They got world-class lawyers. They got billion-dollar lawyers, and they got that little ass Twinkie, that knitted Twinkie. So they put their money where they really needed it. They put their money where they really
coffee
needed
machine and that vacuum cleaner.
And them lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no regular person gonna think of all those clauses.
It was maybe it was probably a company to launder some money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a money launder. Yeah.
You cannot go to the bottom of the fucking ocean.
Nah, but I do believe that this last one was probably a hit. I ain't gonna hold you.
I mean, I can't say it ain't plausible.
I think so too.
And a lot of switch.
Because at first I thought that they faked their death.
With a screen and with a keyboard, and it's very
that's been said too.
Not only a passenger sit and waiting that the time is running.
He wasn't there though.
Outside, you can do something inside. You can be.
Now all we ever see through that little portal is ocean water, right?
Yeah.
It was a sea.
So where they get this close-up footage of the ship from?
Online.
Girl.
Really a member of the team, and that's great.
Don't miss the opportunity to be part of history.
This is a promo from the OceanGate website.
Titanic experience. There's truly nothing else like it.
What could possibly have happened?
Stock footage. See, that video came from OceanGate Expeditions 2022. This video we see down in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same footage that was in that news story. As though they saw that in the doggone submarine.
This time?
Exactly.
Hold on, so they reused that footage.
The news story this right here is showing that the news story we just watched, just this last one, used footage from the OceanGate's website to make it seem like what they saw. Because look at what this says. This says OceanGate Expeditions 2022. That's who's
Yeah, and
getting
they have
credit for
a
this. OceanGate Expeditions is the name of the company. So they got this footage. Fox News got this footage from OceanGate Expeditions, not the news company. So when the news
Oh,
company showed that footage, they got it from OceanGate
the
Expeditions,
website.
the website, and they making it seem like they saw that through the portal. And
They did.
anybody with common sense can tell you they didn't. It's obvious they didn't.
They
Now, how the
told you
same
at the end of the
footage,
broadcast when they showed you the illusion. What's some things called again?
they've been around for a while too. They
kaleidoscope.
have
Yeah, the
books.
kaleidoscope.
They have books. OceanGate marked OceanGate 2021, Expedition
Ooh,
2021.
Yeah, because they kept telling them niggas to come back next year.
exactly. You just said it. And that was that lady's third expedition.
So that means what? That had to be 2019. 2019, come back 2019, 20, 21. Oh, no, she could have been
This
20.
nigga got a family in Canada. He
Why did she
funded.
miss this? Why did she miss this
Because she
excursion
got
right
on the
here?
last one, 2022,
She
she
got,
went
yeah, they
down.
went down. He finally showed her the right footage.
Oh, so it's
But why did
20,
she miss?
21,
That doesn't
22.
explain why she missed this ship, though.
Because she could have went on this one too.
No, could
Even though
she?
she went on the last one.
Could she?
I mean, she could have. She had the money.
Oh, I
Or
don't
maybe
think she
she
had the
ran out of
money.
money.
Yeah, she
But
ran out of money.
she's only a bank executive. She's only gonna make so much money. She's not gonna be a billionaire, a millionaire as a bank executive.
And not only that, they said that these was billionaires.
Yeah, she has an actual job, so she has
But they
like
gave
hold
her.
on.
time.
Didn't
Think
they give
about
her a
like
free ride?
no, they gave her a free ride because the last couple of times it was messed up and then she had to keep coming back. But think about this, all of those excursions, like the ones that we just watched, those was like people that had a little bit of money, but they wasn't all that. But this one had all billionaires.
No, they weren't. None of them were billionaires. Their total net worth altogether, all five of the people in there, equaled 1.4 billion.
Oh,
So
so they
not one
tried to make it
person in there was a billionaire. They were
this
millionaires.
that why
Oh,
they trying to make it seem like they were all
they were
billionaires?
So that we
billionaires.
would watch. I don't even know why this was even that big of a story. With the bullshit that we're seeing, we're feeling sad and waking up praying for these motherfuckers to sign their lives away.
Because they don't want us to look into those 500 migrants that died in the waters. They don't want us to look into that, and they don't want us to think about the fact that they're now going to start growing our chicken, and it's not going to be real chicken no more.
Let me
It's
write that down.
chicken cells.
I need to write this down. That's why I don't eat that shit. I
Yeah,
try not to, rather.
and the hot alien summer, because they really down here twerking and carrying on.
You know, the aliens. I had a conversation a couple days ago. Hey, Nigel. Oh. They should. That it's crazy because the interest rates went up a couple days ago, and I'm waiting for my email to let me know that the interest rates on one of my investments has gone up. Because every time interest rates go up in the market, people like me make more money. So I'm waiting for that. And I know with these people dying, there's gonna be some trickle down. I just hope some of their funds get liquidated in such a way that I make some money off of it. I hope. I don't know where they're vested though. I wish I could find out where their money is. Yeah, it's a distraction for something. Let me play this out a little bit more so we can get to
Worst
how
situation
how
is
this came to be a little bit
something
more.
happened to the hull, and our fear is that it imploded at around 3,200 meters.
And is there anything that the U.S. Navy can do right now?
No. I mean, I don't see anything that can happen at this point. I mean, I'm trying to be, somewhat cautious and, don't want to basically be the naysayer of what's going on. But when you're talking 6,000 pounds per square inch, it is a dangerous environment. More people have been to outer space than to this depth of the ocean. And when you're diving in these situations, you have to cross your T's, dot your I's. You have to do everything absolutely perfect and by the book. And throwing a bunch of tourists in a new sub that was just created over the last several years, it's not looking good, Jesse.
He's a really interesting guy.
Here's the part where I want us to pay attention. Sorry for all the other stuff, but did you notice that this guy just said more people have been to the moon or space or whatever than to the depths of the ocean, but these amateurs were gonna go?
Girl, I don't even believe these niggas went to the moon, girl.
You
Shit.
know that didn't happen. You know
You
that
know if
didn't
they don't
happen. They
show
went
us
somewhere
that
and hung out on
video.
a resort for a week, huh?
So you know if they don't show us that video.
Because we be debunking their asses. Like, you can't do it now. Like, they can't pull the wool over our eyes now. We got
No,
too
we got
much.
education.
That video looks like Mr. Rogers puppets on a fucking string.
Girl,
It
and then
is so terrible.
they're in
They don't
space, but
show
they
our
got
children.
shadows casted different ways. Like, nigga, how the fuck this shadow over here and that shadow over there and the sun supposed to be over there? Come on now.
They don't
Natasha
show
made a
our
good
children
point.
that video in school no more.
Nope.
They
No,
don't
they
show that
do.
video
They
on
think
the news.
they
Like, it's
show that 'cause every year, there was a time to talk about it.
so terrible. It's bad. Pull it up one day on when you like have some friends. Pull it up on like it's horrible.
Yeah,
It's not
it's
even a good
tacky.
movie.
It's
Like, we got
tacky.
movies that's better than that now.
Mhm.
And have we even been to the quote unquote movies since, like, with cameras and shit?
My mama said white folks don't go nowhere and don't go back.
I know that's true. That's so
Man, I had to think about it. Like, damn,
That's what she said.
they even went out there
your
to mess
mama
with
is right.
what are those? The cannibals, the pygmies, the ones that be killing people. They even be going out there and going back. Like, nigga, did you see your friend get
Shit.
killed? Like, come on.
You must like that shit.
They did,
Let
like,
me
the abuse.
let me let y'all hear this. Now, my craw, my bug, what's fucking with me is the fact that you got real black people who know how to do real shit who get blocked all the time from having airlines and ships and companies and organizations that do real work just because they're black. And this man, this fucking dumbass idiot, showed all the signs of a fucking dumbass idiot, and he still was allowed to move and was still funded and supported by the media. And I was like, how and why? And then the question was answered, and here it goes.
He's a blue blood. He's a direct descendant of two signers of the Declaration of Independence.
Yep.
He white. That's
You
what
remember
that
when
means. He
you
real
asked me?
white. He white
You remember,
white.
no, you remember when you asked me who they was? They are the
Amber Rose
13
White or Drake
families.
White?
Oh no, he whiter than them.
No, the 13, like, when they first came here, it was 13 families. That's why it was 13 colony. And each family had their own colony. And then they just built on that. And now that's who they are. When I say they, that's who they are. The original families that came down here and tried to, them.
Yeah.
They are the ones who are the shadow government. And their family owns everything, media, everything.
Yeah.
They get away with everything.
Yeah, they do. Wealth
And
is
that's why I was like,
currency.
maybe this is a
Power
hit.
is money. Money is power.
But he was an idiot. He was the idiot. He was disposable. They will cut off their their nose to spite their face. Like, have you watched the Royals? Like, they don't care. They'll kill their dad. They don't care if it's for the greater good. So yeah, even that was his cousin. They were like, yeah, let him. He liked it in the water. Let him drown down there. He'll be all right.
What do you think may have been the agenda?
I don't know. I would have to go look and do some research on the people that were actually on the subs and like what their backgrounds are.
I've
Because
been wanting to do that. I just haven't done it yet. Maybe we'll do that next week. We'll dig into the names and stuff and do some live research.
Because I'm pretty sure that one of the people on that sub is gonna have us be like, oh shit, that's why.
Yeah, maybe we'll do that next week. Well, and I'm down for it. We'll go and research the names because I haven't done that yet. This is big. Like, we've been live since for the last 4 hours. This is big, and I definitely would like to unpack it. I would love to. So yeah, I think that's a great idea. We can definitely do that. I think that's all for this video. I really wanted to show you guys just that real moment where it's obvious that this man was allowed to get away with this shit because he was white. I just think that's very, very, very very important for some reason. It just feels important. Um, and then I want to go back now that we've read everything before I let you go. Before I let go, I want to go back now and I want to take a look at this fucking contract because, oh my fucking God.
Is that TMZ's watermark?
Yeah. Yeah. I got this from
Girl,
TMZ's
you know
website.
if they posted this shit, yeah.
Yeah. And they vet. TMZ vets. The TMZ is owned by attorneys. They vet. They don't play.
Yeah, but they're also owned by like the people that also own like main media outlets. So they're not going to put anything out there that, you know, that's for any of our goods for real. So if they're snitching like this, then yeah, they're going to yeah.
No, this is a real document. This is a real document, and this is the real document from that that excursion.
Isn't this
This
the one
is
that the
that.
man read on TV?
I don't know if anybody. I haven't seen anybody read it. I've seen it referred to,
No,
but
when
I
he
haven't seen
read it, he was
anybody.
like, he read the first one and then was like, I'll sign. Isn't this the same one?
Oh yeah. This is the same exact one that man was reading when he said "I'll sign." When it said something like and he signed it too.
6 months ago. So that's what I'm saying. Like TMZ is media controlled. So they're literally putting out the same contract that was actually put out 6 months ago. And it's like, once again, it's like a daggone, they're kind of doing it like because there's gonna be some dummy to be like, ooh, I wouldn't mind going down there. Yeah.
Well, they can't now.
Did they really close it down though?
Oh, that company is shut down. As I don't know how to. Let me see, quickly to look it up. Let me see if I can verify that real quick without going through the whole Secretary of State and that sort of thing, because they may need time to close out their legal business. But let me see if I can find a website of some sort. That's not always verification, but because we know Philadelphia still got their shit.
Girl. Are the people will the people be able to sue Jaguar for all the money that she's taking?
Sue her for what?
Like the money,
What she
because like when you go into Philadelphia, you can't like cancel it. Can they try to litigate and get that money back?
Yeah, that they can. I'm sure. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I'm sure they can. Like that makes sense that they would be able to. The OceanGate website is not opening up. It's not opening.
Dang, they ain't playing no games.
It's spinning, nigga. Let me go to another one. OceanGate Home. It also is not opening up.
That nigga had a goddamn game controller. He was just so confident in that shit.
Here go one. Okay, OceanGate Expeditions. Why they show this shit like it's on a peephole and it's not? Hold
I
on.
would sue her for royalties.
Let me see.
Did she even get where she don't even have an address for her royalties to go to?
Who? Jaguar?
That
Days in. That's what Red Label Confession said.
They're sitting in a holding because she owes child support. She hasn't done proper paperwork for them yet. So I would still sue her for them.
There's some really, really, really key points I want to look at in this contract when it comes to what we saw versus what's on paper. And you mentioned one of them. We were talking about the part that talks about how I can get out if I want to.
Mm-hmm.
But what was it? What was the word that was used? I know there was something that was like at any point.
I mean, there's not much because she has like a lot of legal issues, and I mean, she doesn't really have that much because who the fuck knows a Jaguar writes songs?
Girl, she ain't got shit.
Yeah,
You talking about a woman who stole from her mama to eat?
Damn, that's so fucked up.
Day by day.
And she did that willingly too. It wasn't like she ain't had no choice, and
she had a choice.
she's really a piece of shit. And there's also on the other end too. I really wouldn't want any connection to her, like on spiritually. I wouldn't want any spiritual
No, that's
ties
why I
into
let it
her.
go. That's why.
So,
That's why I stopped. That's why I stopped doing. I don't know if you guys have been around on my channel as long as when I was talking about Umar Johnson as well. Um, sometimes you got to know when to let things go. That's one thing I learned when I worked as an insurance adjuster. You got to know when enough is enough. And when Jaguar got arrested,
Mm-hmm.
that last time, I had a feeling that was it for me. And when King World's people started disrespecting me, I was like, "Bitch, this is the ilk of this subject." And at this point, I'm gonna take my sophisticated ass across the road and talk about something else.
yeah, I really don't
Because her
even like
energy is bad. Her
screenshotting.
energy is horrible.
Yeah, I don't like screenshotting stuff or like like writing
Mm-mm.
anything down with her name on
Don't
it or
watch.
like sending in
Don't watch that
text.
shit while you eat.
Mm-mm.
Don't watch that shit while you
Yeah.
eat. If you do watch it, make sure you watch it for entertainment purposes only. But some of that stuff got real demonic, like the shit she
Mm-hmm.
was doing with Sam and that Legina shit, and just
Mm-hmm.
it got really demonic with the threats against the kids and Shauna Lewis, and a lot of things. And so at some point, I know I'm a lion, and a lion will fight, and a lion will pursue, but we don't pursue for very long. And I got what I wanted. I mean, she got arrested what 3 or 4 times. We walked her into the police station several.
Girl, when they tackled her out, when I first let me tell you, Lord knows I shouldn't have laughed like that. God knows. Oh my gosh. But when they tackled her ass,
You move too slow.
I had to rewind it like I rewound it like maybe 30 times. It just
Girl, you said it. Miss St. Hudson they said you move too slow. No, that was Hear Her. And she was like, as soon as they said you move too slow, they were like, okay, we'll show you. She said, I'm going to here to play chicken. I mean, we wrapped that woman up because I've been watching Jaguar right for a long time. And
couple
just
of
like with
years.
Umar Johnson, I had to take Umar Johnson down a little twirly loop too, so he would calm his ass down. And I'll show you the message I sent Umar Johnson because he and I were personally involved. And I sent him a message saying, I'm telling you, you need to chill. You need to take a step back away from social media and you need to get your shit together because you're looking crazy out here. And you need to get your integrity together before you start trying to open up another school or a boys' summer camp or any of that bullshit. You need to get you together and get you together. So I let him know before I started talking about him that, I gave him the word. He knew what I meant because he knew me. He knew me.
Mm-hmm.
And so when he started going down that rabbit hole with people finding out he was sleeping in the school, and even them whack ass family reunions outside the parking lot, I was like, you know so Jaguar gave us our little run for our money, but her conversation at this point, it don't interest me. It's just way too ghetto for me. I know it's not too ghetto, but for real it is.
Girl, that shit
What do
crazy.
you mean? She's a fucking crackhead.
Yes, she is.
How
And
ghetto can
cocaine
you
is much
get?
different than crack. I'll talk about Bobby and Whitney before I talk about Jaguar.
I don't think
It's straight heroin. She's like for real, for real.
but
Yeah, she
look
be
at her
baking for
eyes
real.
and stuff is sunken in, and she
Mhm.
down bad, man.
And she can have it. She created that life for herself. One thing I don't do, people who know me know that I don't create attachments with energy I don't want nothing to do with. When I'm driving down the street and I see homeless people, I don't look at them. Why would I? I don't want nothing to do with that lifestyle. I don't associate with it. I don't make myself relative or approachable. So like at some point with Jaguar, it's just like we don't know her.
You know what's so crazy? She sat there and she outed that other lady for relapsing, and she done relapsed her damn self.
She is a mess.
Well, I will say this about that situation. It doesn't appear to me as though the monies that were raised were used to get her out. Because if she was out with her own money, she would not have been in a sober living home.
No,
She would have
um,
been living somewhere.
no, I don't. I
And
think. I think what happened was Sean paid for her to get out, but he took, when the money came out with the GoFundMe, he took that for, to pay himself back for getting her out. But honestly, I think she went to the sober living house because, quiet as it kept, she has a problem. She has an addiction, and I don't think they wanted to say, "Oh, she has an addiction,"
Ain't
so
nothing
she
wrong with
went.
Jaguar.
Yeah, she has an addiction. I don't know. Age is why.
Herself.
He's at herself.
She got bad character. Even if you heal this, and I'm gonna wrap this up so we can finish talking about this contract. Even when she heals her drug addiction, even when she heals her urinary tract infection and her
God dang it.
angina, even when she heals the cancer that she claimed to have and the 3 pregnancies at the same time, even when she heals all of that, she's still a horrible person.
Yeah, that's messed up. And you
It's
right.
bad. She got bad character. And I know bad character when I see it. I work really, really hard to maintain my good character. Because we can all go down that slippery slope if we're smart enough.
You're right. We can.
So, like, just like we just read this contract and some motherfuckers decided, I got you,
To
T.
sign
Just
that
like,
bitch in our face, girl. He did that in our face.
right.
That nigga read it and signed it in our face
Mhm.
and
And
smiled like
the
it was
part
nothing.
the part that kills me, the part that kills me is the part that talks about how I can get out if I want to, but you obviously can't because you're
Hold
bolted
on, read that
in.
part.
I'm
Read it.
looking
Read
for
that
it
part.
now. I'm looking for it now. Um Hold on. Okay, so number 3 says when diving below, this ain't even a contract with like 3A part B level 2.
Mm-hmm.
These are simple kill orders. Um, it says number 3 says when diving below the ocean surface, this vessel will be subject to extreme pressure, and any failure of the vessel while I'm on board could cause severe injury or death. Okay. Now I don't know why they put these 2 sentences together, but they did. I understand that I may decline to participate in any dive below the ocean surface or any activity of the operation at any time. But how, Sway?
Okay, so I was mistaken. I thought it said that you could not. So that means that if it's
Mm.
going down and it's messed up, like you could be like, okay, no, I want to go back up. I want to go back up. And they're supposed to be like, okay.
But the communication failed. We saw that. The vessel
That's the
that brings
problem.
the vessel that brings them up communicates by Wi-Fi and text message.
Girl, that's the issue right there. Like you could tell them you want to go back up, but nigga, we ain't going back up.
And as Rosetta pointed out, there are 17 bolts bolting you in at
Damn.
any time.
So
Really,
them,
at any time I can
so
decline.
well, I'm pretty sure they tried to decline when they was down there getting fucked up. I'm pretty sure.
Girl,
But
I mean,
don't they also have a clause that if you decline and they don't do it, you still can't sue them?
girl, I mean, it literally says at the very bottom, it says, come on now, show it to me. Where is it again? I acknowledge that if I die, I may be found by a court of law to have waived my right to maintain a lawsuit. And
Lord
here go
have
the other
mercy.
part. Here go the other part. Wait, where is it again? Where is it? Oh Lord, I'm gonna have to find it. Hold on.
Hold on, that maybe gives us a glimmer of hope. I may be found.
If I die, if I die,
Look, we get a Ouija board. Say, tell that nigga come. Okay, he wants to sue.
If
what's
I
up,
die,
T?
don't
I'm about to
cry,
bring
my
you up.
nigga. Just ride my nigga.
Here go the crazy part. T in here looking pretty. Ooh,
Where the heck you been?
okay.
I had to get my
Getting
hair
fine?
done.
Somewhere getting some
I was about to
dick.
say getting fine.
Hi.
Hey, girl.
Well,
You
How you
know
Hey,
who was
doing?
pretty
right
lady.
here. Say hi, Isaac.
Hey, Isaac.
Isaac.
Hey, handsome boy. That's the nicest Chihuahua I've ever met.
Sophia's asleep.
Isaac.
Sophia mean too. Poor Isaac.
Okay. Ooh.
He does not want to share you, girl.
Let me
You
rub
know
your
what?
belly, Isaac.
You know what it is though? I found out they started popping those fireworks in like those It's not any feedback, is it?
No,
I'm
you.
sorry, I had the TV
Y'all,
No,
how
on.
does she sound? Can you give us some
she sounds
She
clear.
sounds good. Okay, we got it good to get. Okay, we
Yeah,
got
because
good.
Mhm.
last weekend, whew, nah, but
Yeah, for those of you who do not know, Miss T Taylor Baby is the official host of this show. Boys, I'll be dropping them.
co-host.
Yes.
The official co-host, and I said St. Hudson is the official co-host of the official co-host.
That's right.
I just stowed away like them people in the knitted metal
No,
Twinkie.
Oh my
we
God,
gotta
Miss
add you in too, Jess.
Just you got a place here too. There's several jewels in the crown. Listen.
I know Jess did a wonderful job. She's my fill-in.
Oh,
Thank you,
Absolutely.
Jess. We love
You
of
you,
did.
girl.
course,
You
of
brought
We
the
course.
love
heat.
you,
You brought
girl.
the fire. You
Yes.
have been an amazing addition and contribution to
Thank
tonight's
you.
show. And I hope y'all see her cash app.
Oh, thank you.
Cash app, I'm
Ooh,
just. I hope y'all see her
Oh,
cash
I
app.
know. Shoot, all that money I had to pay get my hair done now, child. You know, y'all
It
can bless me
looks
with a little
it
something.
look
good.
good.
It
Is
looks
Jack's name in the
good.
thumbnail? I
Gorgeous.
would love to take it if it's in there. No.
Girl. Let me ask you this, Miss T. Have you been watching the show tonight? Or have you been on this conversation about these
Yeah,
white
I
people?
was I was in and out of it. Yeah.
What do
Yeah.
you have on this that maybe we didn't get to or hear?
Um, I don't know. I mean, is everybody like conspiracy theory about it, like that it was a money
Uh,
grab or whatnot, or I mean, it looked like they picked up the
all right.
parts
I'm
from
gonna
the
create a
side of
poll.
they went to like a junkyard or some shit like that, and put that shit together and jumped in the
Girl, they went
ocean.
to
Now,
the
child,
camp.
I
They went
wouldn't
to
have
the
got up in
camping
that thing. I
place.
don't care how much of a discount they would have gave me. I just would be like, you know what? I think I'm gonna have to back out of this. I mean,
They
white people
went
I
to
need to
the
think
find
I'm
camp
gonna
something to
have
do
to
with their
resort.
back out of
time.
this.
They not supposed to be going to Antarctica. If they told you to stay out of Antarctica, what the hell is you doing looking at the Titanic? Them aliens came up there and they crumbled them
I
up like
went to
a
the
hog
camp.
chow
I
and
went to
threw
the
that up in the
camp.
middle of the motherfucking sea. That's what happened
Just
under the
maybe
sea.
you shouldn't even be there.
Or
Right. They
maybe they
should.
went to Atlantis and got the fuck on and just said, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? You know, they tearing
Hold
up
on.
the land anyway. Nah, but I don't know. I don't know. I think it's kind of sad. I mean,
What
but
part is
I
sad?
just can't believe that. I mean, rich people, they have so much money. I mean, they could have sponsored, a few families. I'm sure it costs
Right.
less than nothing to build a house now. They can build a house in 2 days or less, depending on the manpower. You know what I mean? That could have went to a good cause. It's like these people have all this money, you know what I mean? And it's a lot of people that's really starving and suffering right now.
That's
And
the crazy part.
and people just, some people, I can't believe that people have money to throw away like that for something as
They probably have
idiotic as
too
this
much
idea.
money.
So
And
Too
then
much.
want the poor people to feel bad about it. Nigga, I don't care. Like,
That's
have
the
you
crazy
seen
part.
Skid Row? I have never seen it in real life. I've seen it on TV, but Skid
Oh, I've
Row is
seen it in
sad.
real life plenty of times.
oh
We
yeah,
used to
well,
do ministry. I've seen it recently,
come to
not
Los
too long
Angeles.
ago.
I'll take you on down there.
It's
I
gotten
don't
Yes,
want
worse.
we'll have
no.
a
I
nice
don't know.
time.
I don't want to do that. No, thank you.
It's gotten
Nah.
worse. Do y'all see the poll I just put in the chat? Are y'all able to see that?
Let me see. I could try.
I put a poll in the chat. I would like to know if y'all think this is a conspiracy. So far, 67% say no.
That's
I
good.
can't do it. I can't. I don't think I could do it.
I just
I
think
don't even see
yeah,
it.
I think it was someone that had an idea that was not vetted or probed correctly, or even,
Mhm.
the safety that should have gone into that. I did see a
Yep.
part where was that like a aquatic specialist or something like that was talking about the amount of meters that they went down, and by the I guess the symmetrics of the weight and the pressure that went in there,
He
like
was supposed to be
did they
an
like
expert.
explode or something? So like their bodies exploded from the
They
pressure when they went down.
imploded. They imploded from the outside in. The pressure turn into heat inside the knitted dildo, and
The knitted metal.
it looked like a little bullet
What if
to
it
me.
was? It depends. What if it
Like a
was our ancestors'
depository.
Come here,
conspiracy?
Sophia. Here goes Sophia.
What if it
She's
was a
waking up.
what?
Say hi. Say hi,
It could have
Thea.
been our
Hi.
ancestors' conspiracy.
I mean, I'm not against that idea. I think that could be an idea too. I think those oceans are angry.
They're very
You
angry.
know, they call them
Hmm.
unforgiving, and I think there's
Yeah,
a lot of
Especially
anger
those
in those
oceans
oceans.
in the
It's
middle.
not, but you
they've
see
Especially,
been
what
doing
they're
a lot
doing?
of creepy stuff in them oceans here
yeah,
lately.
It's a
my
lot of
y'all
Native
got to
Americans that were married. Yeah, there were a lot of Native Americans that were.
Stop.
Oh, why is
Sophia,
Dad so angry? What she do?
that's
Ooh.
Hey,
Sophia.
hey,
She's so jealous. Sophia, shut up.
y'all know better.
Shit.
But y'all see what the waters is doing to these cruise ships and how these orcas is killing. Look, the
What
waters is
happened?
Attacking the boats.
yes, the orcas are attacking the boats and the waters is like attacking
Only,
cruise ships.
only
It's
weak
not okay.
people.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
The
orcas, you said?
Atlantic is a
orcas,
the
the orcas, the whales.
Atlantic is a very angry ocean.
Wait
That's
a
our
minute.
ancestors, the
You
Atlantic.
said the orchids? What do you
It
The
ain't
say?
mad at
orcas,
me.
the
It ain't
orca
mad at
whales.
me.
Organisms.
No, orca
Hmm.
whales, orca.
Orcas.
The orca
Oh,
Orcas.
whales, the
whales.
black and white
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
ones.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, girl, you should have just said jaguar.
Y'all, let's. Thank you for reminding me. Let me read this sentence. I want to make sure we see this here in relationship to what we're talking about. It says, and I'm gonna let y'all go because, and we could talk a little bit. Oh no, we got another video we need to watch. It has nothing to do with any of this. It's the one Saint Hudson mentioned. I
What's
hereby,
this?
and I'm gonna mention this now that we've watched everything we've watched, and I thought this was gonna be 5 hours. It was only 4.5. Yippee! I hereby assume full responsibility for the risk of bodily injury, disability, death, and property damage due to the negligence of any released party while involved in the operation. So I just want us to remember these niggas read this. Even the fucking negligence of the organizations and the third parties, even the news station that released that promo with that stock footage.
Wow.
No,
If
you know what? You know what? Oh my God. Do you know what? Because they signed that, they might not get their fucking life insurance.
Well, I'm sure they had life insurance, but if
No.
the
If they
company is not responsible, right? Or
if
what you mean by
no,
that?
Third
look,
parties, the life
they
insurance.
no, listen. They knew it was a risk. They signed
Mm-hmm.
away any like any type of liability. Their actual life insurance might not pay because they literally kind of committed suicide.
that could be a
No, because
possibility.
that's like the clause of like when you in the hospital and they put you underneath anesthesia
Mm-hmm.
and you sign those papers that like basically the hospital can't sue you because that's basically something you can transcend or whatever
But
while
what does it
under.
say? Read it. What?
But what I'm just saying is they signed
But
these
do you give up
documents.
like your rights?
Well, they
Yeah, they
knew full
did.
well what they were doing. They basically unalive themselves.
They
They knew
did.
full well there are insurance companies that won't cover this stuff when you knew what you were
Well,
getting
yeah,
yourself
well, it
into.
depends on the policy too. Only reason why I
Yeah.
know, she may be right. I don't know, but my sister used to sell plots for Rose Hills, so and I would like go with her sometimes to sell insurance or whatnot, and
Mhm.
so yeah, and like you have to pay
Does this?
sometimes extra if if you want certain clauses or whatever, like within a certain time frame. It's a lot that goes into life insurance, so.
It
What a
is.
Yeah,
life insurance say? Like, would anesthesia say this excludes life insurance, things like
It's the
that at the
negligence
end?
part.
yeah,
It's not.
I think that's the only thing. Like, it had to be proven. They would have to be proven negligent in order for your family or what I'll be able to sue. But when they put you under, like, yeah, you're signing over your rights
But you
because you
can't. But
have
the
to
thing
be.
is, T baby, about that is they specifically said you cannot sue if we're negligent, and that's the part where their
Yeah, sometimes it
life
says that on
insurance
those
might be
clauses.
like,
Because
oh
what a
no.
life insurance would normally do is cover it and then subrogate against the
Mm-hmm.
company. But by that, what I mean by that is, if I'm a life insurance company, I would normally cover it and then
Mm-hmm.
sue the people that are actually involved. But
Yes.
Right.
who can sue?
Mm-hmm.
That's
That's
what she's saying.
like
They covered their ass.
perfect example. When my fiance was going through chemotherapy, he took the route of an experimental chemo prototype that was coming out or whatever, and as part of the clause on the chemo, the experimental chemo that he was taking, they basically put it was in small writing, but he read it before he signed it, and it said, like, if the cancer starts to spread, it was just everything, all of the bad stuff that could happen, and they were saying like they not responsible.
But do you know that people were getting dropped from their life insurance for taking the vid? Because the vid was an
Hey.
experimental drug. It was an experimental shot. And so people was getting dropped from their life insurance. It was like, yeah, we're
For
not
taking
going,
what?
the vid shot.
The
Well,
vaccine.
19,
well,
yeah. They were dropping people from life insurance. They
Stop
was
it.
like, oh,
Oh, I found the video. Okay.
that dog
Why
mean. Why
getting
she
too
so
close
mean?
to guests can be problematic. We absolutely have to watch this. Let me download it real quick. Hold on. Keep talking, y'all. Let me download this video.
Yeah,
yeah,
so
wow, I didn't know that.
yeah, so it's like when they said that they're not going to sue even if it's negligence. A lot of life insurance policy. So think about it, a whole billionaire insured or a millionaire insured for millions of dollars, and because you signed this, you're not your family can't
Your
get
family
nothing.
gets nothing.
Yeah, basically the company is going to make money if anything.
Because they're insured.
Because I'm
I
sure they
guarantee you.
insured, but
Yes,
yeah, because I bet you they insured that vessel.
they did for more than they actually used to
But
build it.
the passengers were the liability. So
Dang.
that's why they made those contracts like that.
Yep.
So that company's about to make a whole lot of money. Then I get what you're saying. Oh my god.
They can keep everything too.
Yep, because they're going to get back all the money that was used to make the thing. You know what I mean?
And that $1 million. That's why they.
What happened?